Need uppy on the lippy and we're Gucci. Dry as hell. This is e.l.f., by the way. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. It's only a little sticky. So, only a little. Not the worst. Not the best, not the worst. Cards. We're using the black and gold deck. It's the only deck I have. And I want to figure out like a different divination practice. I'm just not sure what I want to go toward. Maybe I've heard automatic writing, and since I'm an author, I'm like, let's try that. That would be neat. I really like, I know it sounds creepy, but if you're familiar with Native Americans and like, Aboriginal people, then it's not that creepy. But just like bone throwing, I think is kind of cool, but you don't have to use bones if you're not comfortable with that. And only animals like that were humanely, everything has to be in the right energy. Let's be clear. Any cross-touchers, take notes. Learn something. Stop hating, start healing. Get with the program. So that's my mission, is to teach people how to heal instead of hate, I would say. How to wake up and to realize the interconnectedness between us all and the God within, the source creator within that we're meant to co-create this reality with, instead of being blinded by consumerism and lack mindsets. So, the world card for me right now. So I'm pulling cards that reflect like my energy, because honestly, I'm not sure how to tap into the collective energy yet without, protecting my own energy and stuff like that. I just want YouTube to make sure they know that I'm not naked. Okay, there you go. So, achievement, accomplishment, victory, unity, sense of belonging, fulfillment. For me, that means that I am really taking action on the things that I want to do, like making YouTube videos and just being creative in other ways. So this is a part of that. So that's why that world card shows up for me. Everything you have worked for is coming together. We all about that boss. That boss life. That's basically what it is. When you see boss mode, people want to automatically think, oh, they're the boss of like a business. It's like, nah, they're the boss of their mofo life. They're boss of their life. That's the point. Is not, okay. This is why we have to make the distinction between religion and spirituality, because they're not the same. They're not the same. Spirituality is in all of us. Whether we engage with it or not, we have a spirit. We are frequency, spiritual beings inside of a human squishy form. Like, let's not get it twisted. Like, we've been getting it twisted. Let's stop all that. I'm gonna be goofy about it. Like, goofy is fudge. Be so goofy. I'm gonna try not to cuss, even though I'm a sailor. I will. And if you're offended, be offended. If you're not, don't be. Like, you're just like, that's your choice. Like, I'm not even gonna get, and nobody has to defend me. You don't have to waste your energy. But if anybody complains about my style, just let them. Mama knows how to, or auntie. I like mama. Mama, nurturing energy. But auntie, ancient auntie. Can I talk? Can I just talk? Fix. Ancient Andy? I can't. Anyway, I know how to transmute, so we're not worried. Literally. From warrior to warrior. That's the assignment. Anyway, let's see what else we pulled. I've been going through the most massive transformation I've ever gone through, at least in a positive trajectory. I've definitely had some negative, head spinning, ass twirling, there it is, Rock bottom, swirly diving. Tipsy topsy turvy. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I am on here to help if I can. If I can. It's not always a guarantee. You know? For instance, I've had a lot of experience with heartbreak, and I came out on the other side with a bigger heart, and I wasn't sure that could happen. It can happen. It takes work and compassion. I will say it takes work and compassion with oneself. You really do have to cradle yourself through your own hell. No other way to put it. There's no other way to put it. Like, basically, your hell is your shadow, you know, your demons, your lessons unlearned, you know. So, like, some lessons I didn't learn for a long time was just how to let go of guilt. I held on to guilt for the longest time. And I think I did it because I wanted to make sure I never forgot. I never forgot certain mistakes. Now, here's the thing. This is where you have to stop it in its tracks. What is the point of the guilt? Let's break it down. To make sure I don't do that again, right? That's my internal reason anyway. Everybody can be different. But for me, this is what I'm saying. So the guilt, if you let it linger and let it revolve, and you don't make use of it and lose it, you don't alchemize it, which I didn't even know that was a concept. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry. Wow. Okay. Basically, if you don't alchemize it, then it's going to run you ragged. And the point of it was to make sure you don't do it again. So how do you not do it again without holding on to the guilt? Because honestly, the guilt doesn't serve anybody. Those are the questions you have to ask to get yourself out of these funks that I was stuck in for years. I was stuck in these funks for years, and I looked okay on the outside up until recently. Like, recently, it was obvious. But, like, I kept it together for a long time, just working hard and just pushing through. And that was the problem, was I was not healing, and I wasn't gaining more confidence, and I wasn't feeling any safer. I was getting more fearful as I aged. Like, I went from the ballsy teenager 20s, you know, I ain't scared of nothing. But I was scared of everything. Like, I used to drink a lot, trigger warning, undiagnosed ADHD and traumas, wounding, you know, that just hadn't been nurtured like it needed to be, like we all deserve, okay? So, guilt, one of the hardest ones to get over, and it was no small reason why I felt this way, all right? It was a tragedy in my life. It was the loss of a life. It was a very intimate relationship that ended. And I'm not talking romantic. It's just, it was a very close soul connection to me. I'm going to cry. That was my soul family. And I don't have many members that I've met up until now, and when they left, my world stopped. Not on the outside, but inside, the world stopped. and I didn't know how to make sense of it. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate. And it's been 13 years, almost 14. And all I can say is the pain will repeat if you don't acknowledge it. It'll just like truly acknowledge it and truly give it space to be. That's the thing we don't understand. My dog's drinking water. Stay hydrated. I drink some water. But also bless your water when you're drinking it. Bless it for your highest good. All right, let's not mess around. Let's use the tools that we have. This like deep sleeping spiritual technology that we have. Let's get back into it because this is a spiritual battle. Before it's physical, it's always been spiritual. Before there was a planet, there was a thought. Okay? Before there was the heavens and the firmament and the water and the separating and the everything, there was the thought with the intention that executed reality. Now the guilt, I recently had this thought download is what they call them. So if you guys understand about your soul contracts before you enter this incarnation, I'm skipping over a lot of things, so I've been learning a lot. But anybody that has questions, please just ask in the comments, and we're going to be there. And no judgment. Please nobody be like super know-it-all-y. Like you can know things and just share them and teach and educate, but do it from a space, please, that is safe for others to grow from wherever they are in their journey. We're all exactly where we're supposed to be. So let's respect that and just be patient and more helpful than egotistical. Yeah, it sneaks up on us. We don't even like, I had this thought, let me tell. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up this video because I need to just post it and then keep moving on with the thought and probably another video to follow up. Anyway, I had this thought and it had to do with a certain celebrity that I have not been supportive of because I don't see them as acting from a loving space. I see them acting from a very manipulative space. So anyway, I had this like stupid keyboard warrior thought that I was gonna say something because I saw a video posted that was like referencing this celebrity and how, you know, things weren't going so well or something came out, I don't know. And it just made me think about how there is an apparent lack of self-respect, and I mean this with all the respect because that's a very triggering thing to like hear. I know that because when I wasn't ready to hear that, I was not ready. I was ready to fight. Don't say I have no self-respect when I'm trying to. I might not be making the right decision right now, but don't you dare. Like Archangel Michael, man. Oof, we're tight. We're tight. But I wasn't ready for that truth, and he knows that. But we're good now. Anyway, he feels like an uncle or a dad. I love Archangel Michael. But there was a message, and it was like, show some damn self-respect, basically. That was the essence. He didn't say damn. But I was just like, eh? I wasn't ready to hear it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, girl, I had this thought. I was just like, she doesn't respect. She thinks her mind has been poisoned, and she has drank the poison. She's called it good, call it Kool-Aid. But it's that mindset that the body, this vessel, let me tell you, it's a vessel. It's a vessel. It's a gift. It's a precious, molecule gift. And I need to treat mine better. I need to work out. As you can tell, I'm very squishy. I'm very squishy these days. I did break my foot, which didn't help. We're healing. But yeah, it was just I had the idea. I'm just like, this is what it looks like when someone treats their body as just a means to an end. You feel me? Like somebody taught them that that's what bodies are good for, means to ends. Just something to be used to get what you want. And what you want doesn't need to be flushed out with the universe or with your higher self or with any kind of direction or intention. It's just like, it's more of like your trauma code taking the reins, taking over, and you're not even like a person in the situation. You're trauma. You're acting from trauma instead of a whole person. And so I could clearly see that. Back to the point. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to comment. My mind was just like, I'm going to comment about how much they don't love themselves. And then I heard this very clear thought in my mind, my higher self. That's what I think it is. Like initially I thought it was my grandpa who died. And I was like, wait, no, that's my intuition. Wait, no, that's my higher self. Whew, that's crazy cool. But anyway, in my ear was like, don't be a bitch. And I was just like, Roger, not being a bitch. Because you know what? That is completely conflicting and non-conducive to my purpose. Like my actual purpose in life, I know what it is. It's to try to be like Jesus and not in a way where I want to be worshipped. Christ consciousness. You know, I want that freedom, that clarity, that sovereignty that he embodied, that he told us we all have access to. And where was I going with that? I was on a roll. That's my mission. And I am not trying to do behaviors like, say, a bitchy comment, a know-it-all comment, that actually makes my job harder, or makes God's job harder, or makes the mission of raising our frequencies harder. That's what it comes down to. It used to be bad karma. Like, girl, you don't want to be making no bad karma for yourself. It was very like, hey, that shit's real. Like, quit. And now I'm like, this is against the mission. This is going to make things so much harder if I spew those lower vibrational energies. So, listen to that little higher self telling you what's good for you, because it's not separate from you. It's a part of you. It's the you you're on your way to being. And you have a little cheat code whispering in your ear like, hey, this way. So if you understand how to be present and how to distinguish between flow, which feels natural, which feels peaceful, and forcing with the resistance and the lack mindset, when you're making that choice to go right instead of left, like you've always gone left, you've always spiraled with your emotions, you've let your emotions take over the whole day, you've let them ruin your entire week or month. I grew up seeing that, firsthand, where like, oh man, someone broke my heart, I guess it's over for me. And it does feel that way. I will respect that emotion because, whew, did I feel that. But when you dig deeper and you allow yourself to understand why, then you're able to access the healing, access the transmutation of pain into power. And I don't say that lightly. Your pain is to be honored and respected, but it's not meant to rule you. And that's what Jesus did. He did not let pain rule him. He never did. And that's why he's the best example, one of the best, if not the best, one of the best examples of how to break out of the matrix survival way, black mindset way of thinking that keeps regurgitating the same, you know? It's been really hard for me to understand this, but I hope we can help each other understand this, that it all starts up here. Like, if you can't see yourself and feel yourself in that future right now, then you're unable to create that reality for yourself. But if you allow yourself to believe, just like all those fairy tales say, I wonder what frequency that is, by the way. Every time I go, like, because I'm really excited, I'm just like, I want to know. It seems like a high one. I'm like, hey. But, oh my gosh. Sorry if my nose has been running this whole time. Ridiculous. I'm going to cut off this video. Okay, it was 21:12 when I said that. Those numbers have been very important to me, just like the mirroring numbers. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna have a lot more videos coming with more structure. It's just having to get my feet wet and practice. I need to practice talking about all this stuff because we're all in this together. Okay, all right, okay. Love you. Bye.